just the way I feel. Mine's been racing so long, yeah. It's just...
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Texans going up against the Bills.
From the home of the Bills since 1973, there's a look at the newly named New Era Field just outside of Buffalo, New York. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's forward as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Buffalo Bills. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go!
Out of the gun, Watson. This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depends on what.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Play action. They'll throw. Left side here. Caught by Clay. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. 2nd down now after the pass completion.
Let's go.
Here's McKinnon, and he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks near the 34-yard line. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Let's go.
Back to throw here. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. And now out comes Houston. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing again is Watson. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
A first down carry now for Miller. Room here to run. Quick move by Miller. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Let's go.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two, because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result. To throw on second is Watson. This one complete. It's C.J. Fedorowicz. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one.
Here we go.
Watson on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And tough starting field position here. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
from the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
That's complete. It's Gordon. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to float this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 35. And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And nearly intercepted. That would have been a hat trick, his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he slings one that's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So now 3rd and goal. Will the defense bring some extra pressure here? And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Watson now to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. Back onto the field now comes the Bills' offense. And a safety the last go-around. That's how we arrived at this 2-0 score. We'll see if they can respond.
Such an oddity, isn't it? See those 2 points go up on the board. Knowing
like soccer.
Exactly. And knowing that you did it to give those points up for your team, now they're just looking to get back out on the field and make up for it.
Able to bust through the tackle, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It's a gain of 5, and they're going to have a 3rd down. We're still in search of the first down after that last completion.
All right, here we go.
They'll drop to throw. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now fourth down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fighting ahead at the 15. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Let's go.
On first down, Watson. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On second down, here's Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here we go.
Now it's Watson. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. And now out come the Bills. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. We always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
McKinnon. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. And the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Hurry up, here we go.
gun now on third down. The quick slant caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. No one had more rushing touchdowns than the Bills last year, 29. Let's see what they do on 1st and goal.
Here we go, man.
They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. LaShawn McCoy, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills are in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
To throw on 2nd down, Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs.
Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This is Miller, and this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long.
Here we go.
To throw is Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here we go. 1, 9,
Watson now to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. On 1st and 10, Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Come on, let's go!
To throw is Watson. Throwing again. And this is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Come on, let's go!
They'll send Gordon in motion left. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. On 1st down, it's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. It's up and good, and the lead now moves to 9-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here again is McKinnon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They go play action here on first down. And this one is incomplete.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
So 2nd and 10 here.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They're going to look to throw. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they show to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now McKinnon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it.
Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. There he goes inside the 30. Caught left side, Hopkins. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here we go.
Miller. And he's got some space here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Here we go. What?
2 minutes to go here in the 1st half. Back to Buffalo after this. Now Watson on first down. Oh, some strong running. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And it's second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Let's go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here come the Bills. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. 2nd down now after the incompletion. They'll look to throw here. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Rashid Hageman in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go.
Back to throw here. They'll set up the screen to McCoy. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Goodwin able to haul it in. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. To throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
They'll run with Miller. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Toss play to McKinnon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go.
They'll drop the throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. They run it with McKinnon. And some room to maneuver. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills have cut it to within a score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Oh, the spin. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They begin with a run by Miller. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
On second down, here's Watson. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now it's Miller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big-time play there for the Texans. 46 yards. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And they'll give Miller another crack. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's third and goal. Well, they held him out on second down, and now here's third and goal.
Here we go. Red 38.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So the Pigskin will move from the 2 down to the 1.
And I have not met an offensive line yet that doesn't think they can get it in from the 1-yard line on a running play.
The offense on third down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. They'll run for it here. This is Prosh, the fullback. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Jay Prosh, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans will extend their lead. And that makes it a 9-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bills getting set to go. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now a play fake here on first down. The left side completion to Jones. And he gets us one all the way down inside the 15. 23 yards on the play. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Screen play, McKinnon. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Texans scoop it. He's at the 50, the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he will score. It's a touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
So they're going to go for two.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Let's go.
They'll try and run it in with Miller. Gets past one man, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up two more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the two-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for two. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Here we go now.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Zach Cunningham from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8.
Now let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because
What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. On second and 10, Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
The Texans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And he's into the clear. 20, 10, touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Now for the point after. And the lead is now 24. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. They go play action here on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Back to throw now on second and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Second down following the incompletion. Shift together here from the D-line. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it'll be a Buffalo 1st down. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Clay. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills cut into that lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball, the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands, downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Lamar Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. To throw on second is Watson. Over the middle here to Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here's Watson. It's complete to Brown, right side. Touchdown, Houston. Corey Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to...
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down.
It seemed like the situation was second and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
Goodwin able to haul it in. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Marquise Goodwin with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills get a bit closer. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. They'll set up to throw. That's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's again to Miller. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that.
So 5 yards remain now. Still first down. After the penalty, it's Miller. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Call it a gain of 4. Leaves them with options here on 2nd and just a yard. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And a short gain down to about the 33. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
Let's go!
Watson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Mike Morgan coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This to make it a 3-score game late. Play clock winding down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. And you figure with that, this game's pretty well out of reach.
It would take a heck of a comeback at this point. Being 3 scores down, I think that's too much to ask with time winding down here in the 4th.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And that'll bring up second down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now let's go.
Back to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, and that'll make it third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll set up a throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a fourth down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
All right, here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Texans take over an excellent field. Position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They run again with Foreman. Down to the 25. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Again, it's Foreman. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, oh, he's a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up. Wanting to get a good get off on the snap. Shot too quickly.
A carry for Foreman. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball. and that way you often control the game.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The pigskin on the 7-yard line out. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Caught on the right side by Jones. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Fresh set of downs here.
Here we go now.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is caught at the end. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Marquise Goodwin finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bills capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Houston, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Green Bay Packers. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.